Hi friends, it's Laura or lauraxstitches and welcome back to my channel. I'm here for my November 2018 update. Where am I? This is not my usual spot. I'm on the floor of my bedroom. Usually not where I would film. The lighting's not as amazing as I would like. However, our spare room, which is actually just next door, is also like our craft room. So we have a spare room for people to sleep and we have a spare room for us. And it's got all of our hobby stuff in it, including all my stitching stuff and all of Matt's stuff. And Matt's hobbies include 3D printing. So his 3D printer is currently going at the moment, and it's like, it's not like super construction-y loud, but it's like buzzing, annoying. So I thought it'd be better to eliminate that noise and come in here and film. Because I am on the floor, my dog Evie is under the bed, which is just here. So she might move, but I can't see it really happening. She looks pretty asleep to me. So if you hear any dog noises, that's all it is. What else? I wanted to start the video this morning, because it is this morning. I sound like I'm at school, that's what I say a lot. Not about videos, about what time of day it is. I wanted to start with a bit of a special shout out to someone who I found out very recently has been watching me, and I was really excited to learn from her mum that I am her third favourite Flosstuber. No, third favourite YouTuber overall, which is pretty cool. She used to live where I live, which is nice. So she kind of finds that really cool, which I do as well. And that's Claire. So I want to say a big hi to Claire and say thank you for watching my videos, Claire. It was really awesome to meet your mum last weekend or the weekend before. I can't even remember anymore. And thanks for watching my videos. You're pretty cool. So yeah, and hi to her mum too. I will talk about the stitching meetup I went to where I met Claire's mum a little bit later on. I thought I would get through whips and hauls and plans, and then I would talk about that. So anything else with life? Oh, school's coming to an end very, very, very quickly. We've got 2.5 weeks left, and then it's pretty much Christmas straight away. We finish our last official day. The kids finish on Wednesday the 19th. We keep working on the 20th, and then the 21st is like a morning tea kind of thing, and then we have our Christmas party that night. So yeah, it's like coming really close to the end. We're talking a lot about next year now, and some exciting things are popping up, and if anything really super duper exciting happens, I will be sure to let you know as well. So let's move on. Let's go into whips. Let's start off with currently my only cell that's still running. The final part of this cell was released yesterday for me, but it was released at like 9:45 at night, so I didn't actually stitch on it at all. And it's the Legendary Creatures cell by Clouds Factory. And here's a picture of what it looked like last time. I keep this cell in my Taran bag. It has the clear front. It has a little pouch. It also came, I bought the set that had the grime guard in it too. This is being stitched on a piece of 16 count Ada by Picture This Plus, which was the called for fabric in Nocturne. Okay, the lining is actually not too bad because that's pretty true. So as you can see, last month in November, I stitched on, oh, it's doing that horrible shadowy thing. I hate it when it does that. Let me fold it over, that might help. These three. So there was 2 months that needed to have 3 letters, and this was the last month that did that. So we've got a Swamp Monster, we've got a Thunderbird, and we've got Xana. And Xana was quite short, like there's not much to her, so I'm assuming that's why they put her as the third one. So that's all done. So after this month it will be finished. So this will be a finish before the end of the year. I will be working on this today until it's done, because it's 2 letters. I usually give myself 2 days to a letter, so it should take me about 4 days, but it just depends on how much stitching I get done. Because it's Sunday, I should get a bit more than normal, but think we're going to be doing some Christmas shopping, so yeah, love these bags, by the way. Taryn's link to her shop on Facebook will be down below. After I worked on that, I worked on my own cell, which is Kings and Queens of the UK by Clouds Factory again, and here's a picture of what that will look like finished, and also what it looked like last time. This is obviously not a mystery cell or anything, but it is one I've decided to do for myself over the next few years, because I know it's going to take me years. And I do one king or queen every month. And excitedly, I was having a look at, so the row that I'm on, you'll see in the picture that I show you, there's the person and then there's their name and the years that they were on the throne. And for the row, the second row that I'm on, that writing is on like the page underneath. So I was having a look at the page underneath for this one, and we've started to get some queens popping up, which is really exciting. So next row, I will be doing some queens, which is what I'm really looking forward to. But right now, here's where we are. So this is being stitched on a piece of 32 count Lugana by Colour Cascade Fabrics. It was a Fabric of the Month special early this year, end of last year, so I don't have the name for you. Oh, the needle minder on the piece before was one that was thrown in by Taryn as a little freebie, which was super nice because it has the same material. This one is the Ravenclaw diadem from Harry Potter. It's the Horcrux, and I got this as a giveaway by Once Upon a Needle Minder, which will be in the description below as well. Anywho, I stitched 2 kings because I did November's in November, and I've already done December's. I did that yesterday because it's the 2nd, by the way. And here we go. So we've got Edward the 3rd and Richard the 2nd. Sorry, I'm not holding that great. This lighting is bad, but we're gonna have to deal with today. So we've got a bit of sparkly stuff happening. I had a look at the next king and it's like not as much, so that will go a bit quicker, but I really, really enjoy this. When I finished it, I kind of was just staring at it yesterday. I really like it. So that will be continuing next month in January, which is ridiculous. Ridiculous. Oh, speaking of ridiculous, I think of Ridiculous, which is a Harry Potter spell. I saw the new Grindelwald movie, the new Fantastic Beasts movie. Interesting. I really liked it. Lots to think about. Okay, next I worked on, so earlier in the month, I worked on my autumn piece, and here's what it looked like last time. The goal was to get the last panel started and finished, and this is being stitched on a piece of 32 count even weave, just in antique white, and I did get it done. So here's the whole thing. I know it's really wrinkled and fraying, but it has had a wash. It just hasn't had an iron yet, and I was going to iron it before, but Matt's covered the ironing board with stuff and I just couldn't be bothered. So I'm going to show you the one that I did. That's this one. So it has a boat and the rest of the house at the top, which looks really cool. It looks really cool when you look at it like that instead of up close. Now the way this is going to be framed at the framers is I'm going to get them to put, it'll kind of look, I'll just do it for one, if I can. I'd like it to be, yeah, you can't see it, about there, so a bit less distance, so they're a bit closer together so you can see what it's meant to be, and with a little bit of matting in between, but I'll have to talk to the framer and see what he can do for me. But yeah, that's a finish, which is really exciting. It feels like I did this a really long time ago, but it was only at the start of November. But it is really nice to get that done. This was a piece that Matt picked for me to do. And as much as I love it now, I didn't really enjoy stitching it that much. Not really sure why, maybe because it wasn't my first choice to do. I don't know, but it's done. I'm really happy. Thank you to Adele because she challenged me. I did this one, I finished this in October. I just stitched this panel really quick and I don't really know why. And she said, maybe you could do oh no, I finished it in September. And she's like, maybe you could do a panel in October and a panel in November and just get it finished. I said, okay. So I just did it. And I'm really glad I did that because it was nice to finish that off before the end of the year. Next one I've been working on and off throughout the whole month. It's my Epic Pokemon Generation 1 Extended Edition. It's a really long name. So here's a picture of what it will look like completely finished. And here's a picture of where it was last time. This month in my Pokemon Cross Stitches group, we had an event called Pokovember, which one of the members suggested as a name, and we talked about what it could be. And it ended up being a 30-day challenge to stitch on Pokemon every single day. I made an album, which a few other people did as well, just showing the progress each day. And my goal, if I was working on another piece, like if I was focusing on that autumn piece, for example, I would stitch on Pokemon first and stitch one colour in one block. But if the colour only had a couple of stitches, I would do the next one until I got to 20 stitches and then I would put it away. I didn't stitch every single day, which is really annoying. There were a couple of days that I bought a, okay, so this happened. We bought a Switch, a Nintendo Switch, well I did, when the Let's Go Eevee game came out. And obviously I like Eevee a lot because my dog's called Eevee. And I was really excited, and Adele got it and a few other people got it and I just really wanted it. So I got it. And Matt was like, just wait till Black Friday. And I was like, no, I don't want it. I want it now. So I spent a few days playing that without doing any stitching, which is where that kind of came in. And then there was a couple of days after school where no stitching was going to happen. I've had a few just really stressful days, and a couple of weeks ago I just had a whole week where everything was a mess. And it wasn't like I was the problem, it was stuff that was happening around me that I happened to be dealing with. But thank God the leaders of my school, the principal and deputy principal, are just amazing, and they're always there and they totally back you up, which is fantastic. But it was just like random stuff every single day that just kept building up, and I actually got sick. I think I'm still a little bit blocked. I got sick and I was away on a Tuesday, and then something happened on a Tuesday that kept reappearing, and it was really frustrating because I wasn't there the day that it happened. Oh, it was so annoying. I think if you're a teacher you kind of get it, and there's a few other professions that probably feel the same way, but if you take a day off, it's almost more of a hassle. A lot of the time if I take a day off, I usually try and tell the deputy principal the day before, like if I'm feeling sick, so he can find someone to cover me. Because it's not like you just don't show up and they don't need anyone. There's 23 kids that are sitting there going, where's our teacher? Like, they need someone there. But I usually have to write up everything that they're going to do and give it to the substitute teacher. But it's just like more effort, because you come back and it's like your classroom looks completely different because people move stuff around, or the kids have acted up, or something, or the work didn't get done, or something like that. It's just annoying. So it's easier to go to school. But it's like, if I'm sick, I did this last year. I just kept going to school when I had a really sore throat and it was really horrible. And I ended up losing my voice for like a week. And that was a week that I couldn't be at school, which was worse than if I'd just taken a day off. That was a big rant about Pokemon. Anyway, I'm just going to grab it. Oh, here it is. I have it on a Omnic quantum frame. So as you can see, I finished page 12 and I got a little start on page 13. So I worked, let me just hold it a bit better, there we go. I worked down here on page 12, so I finished off Ponyta for the page, Alakazam, Machop, I can't remember the little one's name, but these two started popping up, and then I've come up here and finished Onyx's face. I've worked on, oh, I can't remember it. No, I can't be bothered trying. And Drowsy's little hands, they're so creepy. He goes like this, or like this. And so they're there. And coming through is Grimer as well. Grimer's hand is here. So there's a whole lot of stuff coming through now. Ponyta's flames are going to keep coming, and Rapidash is in there too. So I'm really excited because I love Ponyta. So that page is going well. I'm going to be, and it's a free pattern, which is why this is just chilling here, by the way. I'm going to be continuing on with like Pokovember, I'm going to keep stitching on each day, the one colour or 20 stitches depending on what happens. Needle minders, this one's from Needle Minder Obsession on Etsy, and this one is from Once Upon a Needle Minder. I got that as a free gift with the giveaway that I got, which was really cool. So that's Pokemon. Last time I mentioned that my aim is to finish this by December 2019. So that means I have just over half to do. And I started this in October 2016. So, yep. I want to do a page a month from now on. And so I'm currently behind. I should have finished this page in October. And I should have finished this one in November, I think. I can't really remember. I'll have to figure out my workings out. But the only thing I'm hoping that helps me is the fact that I'll have school holidays to do a crap ton of stitching. And the side pages here and on this side are smaller. And the bottom row of pages, row 5, is actually a lot smaller as well. These pages are 6,000 stitches. Those ones I think are 4. So that is a lot that I don't have to do. But we'll keep going. It's looking amazing, and I had a few mates over on Friday night and they said it looked awesome too, so that's really nice. So I will continue with that as my focus. Okay, next thing, 2 more whips to go. I had a new start, which doesn't often happen, so yay. I decided to participate in a Lakeside Needlecraft Cell. And this is the Tiny Modernist Medieval Mansion Cell. There's not really anything I can show you. There's only been one release. So I'll just kind of show you what I've done so far. I'm just taking one side off my Q-snap. So that's it so far. This is a piece of 32 count Murano, I think, from Sparklies. This is Welcome to the Forest. It was a fabric of the month a while ago. This needle minder is from Needle Minder Obsession on Etsy as well. So this is going to be a castle. Excuse me. The first part was released on November the 23rd or 4th, and it was the outline of the castle. So there's going to be some like castle posts and towers here, some other things around here, and there's a bit of grass and some clouds and a couple of trees. I think it's a tree, and there's also like vines wrapped around the castle, which are really, really pretty. I stitched this page here first, which was the middles here somewhere, so I just kind of went on and I did the whole page, including back stitching. This bit here will be where the first release goes, so like the first room. So I got that done as well, so I'm really happy that's done. This one here will be the second room, and it's not monthly, it's like every couple weeks or every 3. It's like a little bit random, I think. It might be every 2 weeks. But this will be number 2, and then I'll go to number 3. So this will be worked on after Legendary Creatures if I still have time in the first week of December. I'll get on plans later. But I really like stitching this. I really wanted to keep going, but I also wanted to get some done on my Pokemon, so I opted for that yesterday. But it's really pretty. There's that back stitching a bit closer. They've got vines and stuff on there, which is really nice. I'm going to be doing the back stitch as I go. I'll just do a page, a border, back stitch and everything and put it away, because that's a bit easier for me. So yeah, it'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Actually, it's technically 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Part 1 was the border. This is being held in another Taryn bag, which looks like this with sausage dogs on it. It's gorgeous. So that's that one. That will be popping up a lot over the next few updates. And I'll get into plans with that one in a moment as well. And something else I've been working on as I go throughout the weeks is the stitch along. And here is a picture of, here's a picture of what that looked like last time. This is a mystery cell. We have no idea what it's going to be. I picked the colours myself because they told us to, and here's where we are now. I'm stitching this on a piece of 36 count linen that I hand done myself. Okay, so this needle minder is from Adele as well. So right now we've got 696 hee, and a whole bunch of border. I really hope the border's done. The biggest and most popular theory at the moment is that it's going to say home is where, and then you do the rest. I think today will be the last release before it's week 9, or will it be one more? I know there's 8 releases, and then the last one you personalize it yourself. So if it's home is where, I will do the last bit myself, and I'll have to work out what I want to go in there. So that's it so far. I'm using Silks for You colours, and I explained those in a previous video if you would like to know what they are. They are all Silks of the Month from the past year, but they look sick. I love it. So that's the stitch along. Done and done. They're the whips. So another release will come out today for this, so I'll work on that. I'll also do a colour on my Pokemon and then get legendary creatures going. So 3 whips in a day. Love that. All right, let's go to haul. Not a whole lot today, but I do have a bit coming in the mail. So next time there'll be a bit more haul. Okay, let's go with Silks for You for November. This was another one where it's a colour theme, so it's a bunch of different shades of one colour. And this month we have pinks. Pinky purples. So in looking at these, they all seem to have a little bit of variegation. This one is probably the most. It goes really dark to really light. This one has as well. They all have a little bit, but these two are probably the most. But they're gorgeous and they're so soft. I don't know why I get shocked every time. That's a better image of what they look like. And that's pretty true. Probably a little bit deeper. But yeah. Oops. There they all go. That's a sign. So that was November's Silks. I'm just grabbing them off the pile at this point. Adele sent me her Christmas present, as in for me. That was weird. The most adorable card that ever existed. And I know she sent a few cards out to a few of us in the group, and I don't know if they all got this card, but I feel like she picked it for me because I'm obsessed with dogs. We all know it. I think they're better than cats. I'm sorry, but it's just me. I really like it. She sent me 2 threads. The first one being Atoli. Sorry. It's the new sparkly thread from DMC. I got 740 because it's me and it's orange. It's a lot different than I thought it was going to be. It's like fuzzy, but it's not fuzzy. I don't know. I'm going to have to try it and see what happens. But thanks, Del. And the other one she sent me was a Jodari Designs. It is chocolate orange. And because it's me, it's orange. And that's pretty true as well. Super cute. Love it. I used these threads for the first time last month. And I really like them. So that was exciting. Thank you again, Adele. Fabric of the Month from Sparklies for October is this. Oh, I'm trying to find where it's going to show up. At the moment, yeah, that just looks white, doesn't it? It's not. It's actually a really light green. But it's not mostly white, it's mostly green. Ugh, this lighting sucks. What if I put it really close? Anyway, not wasting your time doing that. So I got a beautiful green fabric. Next month I think is, as in November, I think that's the one that was a random one, which is exciting. I'm getting to the point where I have a lot of like light pastel-y ones, and I kind of want some crazy ones because I really enjoy them and I want to use them, so I don't know, but I'm happy with it. I love Sparkly's fabric, it feels nice. And the last thing I got, Black Friday happened as you all know, I'm sure you all participated in some capacity, stitchy or not. I purchased some needle minders which are on the way, and I also got some patterns from Cute Patterns by Maria, because I'm obsessed with her in everything that she does. And she had a 20% off or 10% off or something. I was like, whatever, I got 3 patterns, it's fine. I printed these just before and my black ink is running out, so I'm going to have to reprint the last one I did. But I think the cover photo should be fine. And this is Time of Spring, or Time for Spring. Really cute. There's a whole bunch of these. I really like all of them. I also got Green Feather. There's also like a yellowy brown one. I just liked the green better. There's French knots in here. I'm probably going to go with beads instead, because I think it would look really cool with a bit of sparkle. And I also got Sakura Flowering, which was really pretty. She recently released one of the seasons in the Shire. She has an In the Shire series of all the different seasons, and I may need to do those as my like seasonal pieces in my house. They're adorable. Okay, let's go with, I'm going to talk to you about the Ballarat meetup really quick, and then I will move on to plans and the giveaway, as I do every month. I randomly started talking to a beautiful, beautiful woman called Carly on Stitch Mania, actually. It was really random. I saw people talking about Aussie Flosstubers. I got in there. They were saying they're from Victoria, which is where I'm from. And I was like, oh, we need to meet up. And she's like, I'm actually planning a meetup in an area. I'm not going to say where, but in March next year. And I was like, oh my God, I live there. Like, she was planning it in my town. Like, how do you meet people on Stitch Mania that know where you live? Like, that's insane. So we started talking, and I like decided to go to this thing and whatever in March. And she's like, are you in the this other group that meets up? I was like, no, I'm not. So I joined the group, and she convinced me to come. And this group meets in a place called Ballarat. And if you're from Victoria or Australia, you probably know what Ballarat is. It's a very old town. When the gold rush happened, there was a lot in Ballarat. It's a beautiful place. I really like it there. It's very cold a lot of the time, but I really like it. So I went there a couple of weekends ago, and it was 8 degrees on the day that I got there, and it's the end of November in Australia. Put that into perspective, yesterday was 32 degrees. This is Celsius, by the way. Look it up. Yeah, it was insane. So I went there. It was about a 3-hour drive from where I live. So I went there the night before and stayed with my cousin that lives there, and met up with Carly just before the meetup started. She's awesome. She's so cool. I was eating breakfast and she like popped into this cafe. I was like, hi. But we actually, before this, we parked right near each other, and I was like fussing around getting myself ready because I had to drive my cousin to the train station. She was running late and I was running late. And so I'm like putting mascara on and like putting dry shampoo in my hair and stuff, and like doing all this stuff. And I was looking to the person next to me. I'm like, she probably thinks I'm an idiot. Luckily, I'm never going to see her again. Awkward. It was Carly. And she's like, I totally saw you. And I was like, yeah, I was putting dry shampoo in my hair and stuff. Cool. So I had an amazing breakfast, by the way, in case you're wondering. A bit of smashed avocado and some toast with some eggs. So good. You don't need to know that. So then I walked to the needlework shop where the thing was happening, and it was really cool. It was a really, really good day. The ladies there were amazing. Actually, it wasn't just all ladies. There was a man. They clearly have done this for ages, and they all know each other. It's very cute. But they were so very welcoming, and it wasn't just me that was the newest person. There was another 1 or 2 people that were new as well. But I sat with Carly, and I sat next to a beautiful lady named Michelle, who I know watches my videos, so hi Michelle. And we had a really nice time, and there was really, really delicious cupcakes and fudge and like really nice stuff. A toilet just out the back so I could go wash my hands after having the fudge, so I didn't taint my cross stitching. But I also got my mother's Christmas present from there. They have obviously a lot of stuff there that I don't usually get to touch and feel and see, including some mirabilias, which was really cool. She had some needle minders there, a whole bunch of threads, like beautiful threads. So I bought my mum her Christmas present, and I'm not going to say it just in case. Mum knows I do videos. I've told her not to watch them, and I think she doesn't watch them, but who knows. So I'm not going to say, but I will probably show you at some point. I bought her a pattern and a few other things. And I got her some fabric online because I wanted to get her like a hand-dyed fabric. At the shop though, they had heaps of different fabrics, which was really cool. They just weren't hand-dyed ones. They were like the Zweigart coloured ones and things like that. So I got her a Picture This Plus fabric from JK's Cross Stitching Supplies, and I really like it. So I'm really excited to show her. Anywho, it was really fun, and they do them every month. To stay in the group, they ask if you can just go once every 3 months. I'm not going to be able to go in this month. We already had stuff planned for the date that it's on, but I will be going in January. So it's really exciting. It was really fun. I haven't stitched with other stitches since the retreat in February, and I really missed it. It was really fun, and she had a lot of them are doing Hades. It's like a huge thing in the group, and it was fantastic to see. Carly's doing the Cinderella one that Teresa did, which is like a clock, and a few other things, and Michelle was doing a beautiful hay next to me, and like it was just awesome to see and get their advice on stuff and give them advice and teach people about parking and stuff like that. It was really cool. So next time Carly's asked me if I can take Pokemon, so I'm going to take Pokemon off the frame and put it in a Q-snap, get some hair clips and keep that fabric at bay. And I will probably be working on it anyway because it's a focus piece. Speaking of focus pieces, I'm trying to figure out when to do my plans for next year video, because I like to do a video about that and a wrap up of the year. I may end up filming it on Christmas Eve because of when I finish work and stuff, and that's gonna, and I want to do it on a day when Matt's not here so I can really go ham. So I may end up doing it Christmas Eve. I would normally do it between like New Year's and a couple of weeks into January, but we're actually going away for a week over that time, so I'm not going to have any time to do it then. Or it will be just after Christmas, like the 27th or 28th or something. We'll just have to wait and see. But my plans for next year are like pretty simple, so that it won't be long. Excuse me, just adjusting myself on the floor. It won't be massive, but I've got a fair bit to talk about, I think. So yeah. And speaking of plans, let me go through the month of December. So this week I'm going to be working on sales. I've already done one, the King. I'm going to work on Legendary Creatures. And if there's any spare time left, I will work on the Haunted Mansion, the Medieval Mansion, and try and get that next section of border done ready for the next release after the one that's coming up. Next week I'll work on Pokemon and probably the Stitch piece as well. Stitch kind of just happens throughout the whole thing. I usually try and get it done on the day that it's released because it's actually not that big, the releases. So Stitch will just happen as it goes through the month. So I'll work on Pokemon for a solid week, which will be nice. The third week of December is when the second part of the mansion, a Medieval Mansion sale gets released. So I'll work on that and get the room done. And then in the fourth week of December, I'll work on Pokemon until about the 30th. It's going to be, that week is going to be obviously all over the place because it's Christmas. But last Christmas, we just had, Christmas Day was a lot because we travelled to Matt's family and then my family, and we're kind of in between them. So we had to go to Matt's family and then drive past where we live and go. It's not like a massive drive, like from his family to my family, it's like just about under an hour, maybe 40 minutes. So it's not like a huge trip, but it's like enough when you've been eating and drinking and like I don't drink and drive, don't worry. But like when you're in a bit of a food coma, it's like a lot. So Christmas Day is when it's like really jam-packed. But apart from that, it's really chilled out. So I might have a fair bit of time to stitch actually. And And then we go away on the 30th for New Year's for a week, and I'm going to probably take the Medieval Mansion Cell with me because it can go on a Q-snap. I know Pokemon can, but I'm not taking all those threads. And I'll just keep doing heaps of border if I stitch it all. It just depends. I'm going with non-stitches, so it's like a bit weird. But if I have time, which I'm guessing I probably will, I'll stitch on that. Do a bunch of border, any releases that come out at that time, but I don't think there is any. So that's December's plans, and I'll probably talk about January a bit more in my video that I do whenever that is in December. Okay, let's talk giveaway, and then we'll be finished. Love it. 35 minutes, 40-minute video probably. I love that. Okay, first of all, last month I gave away so in October's video in October's video I announced winners from September's video, and one of them was Deanna Ellett, I think it's how you say it. She won the wedding sampler. Deanna, if you're watching, I haven't got your address yet. What I usually do in that case is that I'll give you this month to give it to me, and then by my next video, as in my December update, if I don't have your address, I will re-give it away. So please, if you know her or if she sees this, please let me know. My address will be in the description box, or you can message me on Instagram. When I say address, I mean email address. Okay, giveaway winners from last month. I was giving away 3 patterns because we give away a magazine pattern, a Geeky Stitching Co pattern, and a Deb pattern because Deb's amazing and sent me a whole bunch of stuff. The Geeky Stitching Co one was Kill 'em with Kindness, and Heather, I think it's my homeboy. She won this one. Heather, I'm going to probably keep this for a bit and then like send you a whole bunch because you always win these. Just how it works. A few people actually wanted this though, which was really cool. So that's for Heather. Well done. Also gave away the castle. This was from Cross Stitch Crazy, and Rita, you won this one, and you won one last time as well. So I'm probably just going to like bundle them up. I know you're not starting anything, so it doesn't really matter when I give it to you. Unless you do a half stitch. And the Deb pattern was this Lizzie Kate Flip It. It was Holidays with Charm, but there's no charm, I don't think. Oh yeah, no, there is a charm. That's cool. It was St. Patrick's. And the person who won this was Patchy Pony Stitcher. So congratulations, Patchy Pony Stitcher. If you could just send me an Instagram message or an email with your address, I'll get this to you as soon as I can. Now, last month as well, Marie from Stitchies in My Happy Place, she won a pattern. Marie, I haven't been able to get to the post office yet, but I will when these addresses come in, and I'll just do it all at once. If you win something from me and I'm not bundling up with other stuff for you, I usually try and do a whole bunch at once because I don't know if it's like this in other countries, but the post office closes at 5, and if I'm working, I usually don't get home until like later than that. Anyway, so it's like, when am I going to get there? It's really annoying. And as a like teacher, yes, I have lunch breaks, but I usually have yard duty or I've got other stuff on, so it's not like I can pop down the street or anything. Anyway, enough complaining. Okay, let's talk about what I'm giving away this month. We've got a bit of a theme because it's Christmas. I put up my Christmas tree yesterday. Speaking of, you light me up. How adorable is this? If you would like to win this one... Oh, let's do some rules. I'm going to fold this, so if you don't want it folded, don't enter. You must be 18 or over or have parents' permission. Don't say giveaway in the comments. I think that's about it. Please say in your comment, I would like to stitch the trees. And I know that you would like to stitch this. It's so cute. And it's quite small too. It can be in a 4-inch hoop, so it's really cute. I love it a lot. That's that one. I've got 2 Deb charts because I don't think I have any more magazine ones to give out, and I haven't been through her magazines yet, so I'm just going to be giving away what's already there. This is, let me say it, Elegant Lady. She is Hannah, and she's by John Clayton. And this design, I'll just let you know how big it is. Where is it? Oh, it's 70 high by 68 wide, so it's actually not that big. It's called an Elegant Miniature. So that's what she looks like. If you would like to stitch this, say I would like to stitch Hannah. And I'll know that you would like to stitch it. I'm probably going to fold this one as well. Just because if I send it like this, it's actually going to cost me a lot more. So if I fold it like that, it should be all good. So that's Hannah. And the last one are 2 little kits that I'm going to send in together because they're small kits. These are Frosty and Christmas Tree. Just cute little things. And they actually, this is really cool. They come with little frames. Can you see that? Yeah, you can. So that can be hung up anywhere, even on the tree. It has everything you need in it. They're gorgeous. They're so cute. I was pretty tempted to do this on myself, but I have enough to do. So if you would like to stitch these, please just say I would like to stitch the kits, and I'll know that you want to stitch these 2 little babies. And they will come, they'll probably have to be a package because they're a bit thicker. So that's whatever. Beautiful. Love it. So that's the giveaway for this month. If you are new here, I do a giveaway every month of magazine patterns, Geeky Stitching Co patterns, and some other patterns that a lovely lady called Deb sent to me. And that's the credit for this kind of giveaway goes to Michelle Bendy, of course. So I hope you enjoyed this floor video. I got into like a weird mood because I was sitting on the floor, I think. I'm not really sure. But I hope you could follow what I was saying. So I'm thinking I'll be back between Christmas and New Year's for probably for a few videos. I might, depending on how long they go for, I'll either do one bigger one or I'll do 2 separate ones. It just depends. It'll be a December update like this one, or it will be a wrap up of 2018 and the plans for next year. In the wrap up, I want to show you all the new starts I had, all the finishes I had, and all the WIP progress I've done. So that's kind of what I'm thinking of. Thanks so much for watching. I hope that you could get through this okay. Sorry about the lighting again. It's just one of those days. It's just going to happen. I'm pretty caught up on Flosstube. I got behind for a little bit there. But I did notice that Jessie Marie has uploaded a nice long video, which I love. So I'm excited to watch that and a few other ones that have popped up. Yeah, I'm not really watching much else at the moment. Mostly just Flosstube. Just getting through to the end of the year. Please cheer me on with Pokemon. I'm really stressing about it, but it should be all good. I'm not like... Sometimes I like challenge myself to do things and it feels like a job. This feels fun. I forget that I really love Pokemon and then I start stitching. I'm like, oh my god, I love this. Why did I stop? And then I stop. I'm like, I don't want to work on it. Then I start it again and then I remember again. It's really annoying. Anyway, thank you for being amazing. Thank you for the comments and the views in general. My last video got like slightly higher views than I normally do, which was really cool. So thanks for watching that one. Remember to enter the giveaway if you would like and come and join me on Instagram. I am lauraxstitches. I'll see you at the end of the month for another video. Bye.